Hey, I'm Hello Rodney. Thanks for clicking on my video. Also known as Mr. Wonderful. But I wanted to do a video this morning about my floor. I've been working on this for a while, so I'll show you my floor. This is my area where I contemplate the universe. Well, it's not actually true, but and this right here, that's a floor that I painted that. I painted it. This right here I painted a long time ago. No, you know that's BS. This is a rug I bought. I have a lot of rugs, but I only put that one down because the others, I didn't realize it when I bought the rugs, because I bought the rugs during the process of building, redoing the house. And, because I thought, well, I'll put all these rugs all around, it'll be great, and it'll be wonderful. And it was. I did it one time when Teresa came to visit. It was nice. It was nice. It looked good, but then I pulled them up. It lasted for like one day because it's just too much. There's just too much dust here. That right there, that's my bed. You can see how there's a tight squeeze in there. No, I didn't fool you. I would take that out and pull it out, move this rug back and pull it out. And then here's this piece right here. That's it's like a hall rug that I painted. I painted those on bed sheets and laid them down. Well, actually, I laid the bed sheet down and then painted on top of it after it was attached to the floor. And these are reminiscent of mud cloth from Africa. You can't already see it. It looks like there's so much glare. I'll get on the other side. So I like the way they turned out. I like shadows and that kind of thing. It really throws off something that bright really throws off the averaging for the camera. So, this is a large rug. I didn't do any design work on the interior of this piece, but it's got all of this really beautiful kind of texture on the interior. And then this is reminiscent of a river. These are some of the pieces that I've done. I'm doing this video because I wanted to do a video and show off the floor, because I think it's just really turned out fantastic. I just really think it turned out beautiful. Very beautiful. I just came out and gave the birds water, so check out the birds. They're having a good time over there at the coffee shop. There's the main coffee shop, and then there's a little auxiliary satellite coffee shop over there. These are pieces that I made that were I really like this piece a lot. That's the back of it. The back of it is quite interesting. Shino glaze on the back. Beautiful piece. It's my granddaughter's little doll, and that's a little doll from a buddy in Scotland. His daughter sent that because she saw that video, and that little doll is Polly Pockets. And my next door neighbor in the back, when I lived in LA, did the prototypes for Polly Pockets, the painting, and I would help her once in a while. You know, one time actually. I did the color, mixed the colors for that job. Well, I don't know if it was that particular job. And this is an interesting thing. This is from a buddy of mine. He's dead now. He made that. This is a piece that I made. That's porcelain. And then this piece right here is a bunch of stuff on the inside, and you can see a pair of sunglasses right there. Probably most people have heard these stories. I wasn't going to do stories about this. I was just going to show the floor, but then I saw this. And I won those pair of glasses on an internet poetry contest. Then he sucked her neck. Well, let me tell you the story first so you know what's going on. Went out for a cup of coffee at this place, and it was at night, and I was writing poetry and stuff at that time. Just writing stuff down and things. And there was a woman there, young woman, who waited on me, and she had this hickey on her neck that was about the size of a freaking baseball, and that's not an exaggeration. Well, maybe a tiny exaggeration. Giant, black, blue, whatever. Hickey on her neck. And then I sat down and wrote this poem. Then he sucked her neck till her blood turned to black and blue, a cheap tattoo that screamed to all, the property of you-know-who. And then I won the contest with that poem. And that's my wall piece up there too. I went to talk about taking more ceramics classes at the university over here, and so I think I might be doing that in late August. I think I'll take another ceramics course over there. And I really love the way some of these pieces. Oh, well, I was really happy with these pieces. Incredibly happy. And this is the entrance thing to my house. And this is the one remaining thing that I painted on the floor previous. That's a painting directly on the floor. I guess that would be the moon orbiting the earth. Full moon. That's a nice piece too. It's a beautiful piece here. Incredible. The glaze on this piece, see that that pinkish orangish color and that whitish color, that would be the normal color of the glaze pretty much of this piece if it would have been done in an oxidation kiln. But then since this was reduction, it turned colors and made all of that black carbon trapping. Doodly doo, dee doo. Okay. And then this piece, that's the piece that goes into my studio. And now we're in the studio. By my washing area. And that red thing, that's a prototype of, well, just an example of the size of the thing that I can make inside that kiln. So it's pretty big, actually. Oh boy. Okay. And then this is going into the back studio. Well, there's a lot of light on that. That's too bad. You may not be able to see that piece, but this is really, that's a pretty nice piece right here. I like it a lot. I might wait till the sun gets off of it and redo that one. I don't know. And this piece turned out good. I like this piece a lot. This is from a series I was doing that there was a show in Austria that I was in. It was a one-man show actually. I went there. That's why I went to Europe for 3 weeks. It was great. So anyway, that's pretty much what I'm doing. And the place is really, the guy deserves a medal. He deserves more than that. He deserves our thanks. I used not to think too much about the guy because I didn't really know what his trip was, but he's basically a publisher. He's not like a guy that goes out doing stuff. He just publishes things that people send him, which is a good thing. Here's another one of my round pieces. I like it with this painting actually. I do. Looks great. My little granddaughter made that fish. Painted that fish. Oh boy. Well, anyway, I don't know what I'm going to do today. I'm kind of tired. It's taken me a while to finish this floor. It's taken a while to finish the floor. And so, and I don't really have that much to talk about. I was watching a video of Pappy Stew, an old timer here on YouTube, made a video, and he's been on YouTube for, you know, since one of the first guys to be on YouTube, and he's retiring from his job, And he's retiring, so he's going to be making videos about being the funniest guy in the world. Or that's what the video, his last video was. It was for Pappy Stu. Pappystu, I think. So anyway, and he was talking in his video about he's going to retire from a job, his job of being a was it power plant, running power plants. So I guess he was a power plant superintendent or something. And I was thinking about he's done that for 45 years, and now he's going to do something else. And I was thinking about my life that I never did anything very long because I just really didn't like it. I didn't really find anything that I liked. I mean, I did things for, you know, shortish, longish periods of time, but not anything close to retirement status. And because I always thought, well, something's going to work out. And when I started doing art, well, I'll do art. And it worked out enough to where I had glimpses of what it would be like to be a success in that field. You know, like a trip to Europe is a big success. Having a one-man show was a big success in Europe. And the show was a big success. It was a big success. So I was real happy about that. But never enough to be able to actually look at myself as a successful artist. It just never happened. And some people may think, well, if you did it for all these years, that was a success. It was like, you know, more or less like a trip is its own reward kind of a thing. Or whatever. And that's all well and good until you get to be 68 years old. I'll be 68 in August. And so when you hit 68 and you still haven't made it, chances are you better keep trying, Rodney. What other choice do I have? I mean, seriously, what other choice do I have? I have no other choice. Now, I've given up. This is about as close to giving up as you can get. You know, it's just because I'm totally, you know, I'm stuck here in a way because I'm here. You know, thank God I have this house. Because if I had to pay rent, all of my rent literally, $641 a month, Social Security. I mean, come on. What's that going to get you? So, you see, you look back, you know, you go, what the hell, Rodney? What the hell did you do that for? And it doesn't matter what the answer is. You can't turn back time and do something else. You're stuck. You're stuck. So it's okay. And Pat came over, the guy who helps me keep my place in decent order and helps me do stuff. He came over and fixed my stove. I only had one burner that worked, so he took it apart and put it back together, and now everything works. I mean, I never learned how to do anything. It's a sad deal. What are you going to do? I'm not bitching or complaining. I'm just letting you know what happened. So that's what happened. These pieces are fantastic. I wish you could see the glazes better. You can't really see them on camera so good. You know what? I don't know what I'm gonna do. I really don't know what I'm gonna do. But I have to do something. This right here was one of my very first paintings when I started painting. That one right there. Huh. Well, anyway, there's nothing else to talk about. I just did that because I wanted to do a video of the floor pretty much after I finished it. Well, I finished it to the stage in which it's in. Before it starts getting all screwed up, I'm going to have to do something about the rollers on my bed, because I pulled my bed out and now it's making these black marks on my floor. I might go into Albuquerque today, I'm not sure. Oh, I'll tell you something that's important that helped me out a lot. And if you are a person that might be thinking in these kind of terms that I'm going to tell you, go get some help. Go get yourself checked out by a professional. Don't just think that you know what's going on, because you may not. So I was depressed and I couldn't get anything done and nothing was going right. So I told my doctor. He started experimenting with all kinds of antidepressants. My regular doctor, who's a family doctor. And I was kind of sort of diagnosing myself by saying I was depressed or some shit, or he what other thing is he gonna do? He probably thinks that too, But down the road, tried something else called Adderall, and I couldn't take the Adderall because it was too. I didn't like the feeling that I got from it, and so I put it aside. And then years later, I came back to it, but I just started taking little doses, and that was the cure. Maybe not the cure, but that was the thing that made me feel better, that enabled me to do things. Because if it hadn't been for having something like Adderall, I don't think I would have accomplished a lot of stuff that I've done since I started taking it. It's a big, big, big help for me. And so thank God that I have that. That's a good thing. So if a person, my symptoms were depression and an inability to accomplish anything or finish anything. And so that part of it is not a problem anymore, because I can do stuff now. And the time I really knew that the stuff was working was I needed to do some identification stuff, fill out a bunch of forms and stuff for this thing, what I was going to do on cryptocurrencies. Anyway, it took like 4 or 5 or 6 hours, whatever it was, a long period of time to do all that, because I had to relearn my camera. I had to completely go through that whole process again, and I did it all in one sitting. Totally concentrated on the process that I had to go through, and did it. So that was a big sign to me that the fact that I was taking the Adderall was actually something that was helping me. Because the antidepressants, they kind of helped me, because it kind of knocked me out, turned me into a little bit of a zombie, which is no fun. So it was, so don't diagnose yourself. Go to a psychiatrist or somebody, psychologist, or somebody that knows something about these kind of issues, and uh, and try and figure it out. That's me when I was 44 years old, I think. I looked older with that beard. It's when I was doing the O.J. Simpson series. And that's me just before the house, that's at the time the house was being built, the first time in '82. And that's me in Los Angeles, and that's me inside the house around '83 or '82, something like that. And that's me in my studio painting those paintings that were going to go to Europe. So, anyway, that's a little tour. Umberto made this. He made these little dot paintings on napkins, and then he gave me that one. Then I took it and attached it to a piece of cardboard and colored it. That's one of my first paintings a long time ago. That's and that little cup inside there is from this series I did, Never Again, from the Holocaust. And if you have that cup and then you're drinking coffee, then that's what you get at the very end. That was, I did a series on the Holocaust, a drawing series. It took me about 10 years to do it. And there's a bunch of those cups back there. Nazis were nasty freaking people. I mean, what got into those people? Oh, it's terrible. That's one of those little cups inside there. And at my website, you can go to the website. It's called NaziClowns.com. And there was a guy there, and there's a story about him, a part about him, Dr. Wiener from New Jersey. Because when I put out the website, I mean, it came like, it was up for like a day or something. I get this phone call from Dr. Wiener. Dr. Wiener, not that I'm sure what's, this is funny that I'm talking about this, because now on top of this, we have a hot dog. We'll call this Dr. Wiener. That's funny. The Dr. Wiener, what would it be? Seal of approval. So Dr. Wiener calls me, and we must have talked for a half hour, 45 minutes, because he was concerned about the website, Nazi Clowns. He didn't like the name and this and that, and we're talking about it, and he went from trying to get me to see things his way to me having him see things my way. And at the end of the conversation, because Dr. Wiener, I don't know if he's still doing it, but at the time, he was the head of the New Jersey, I don't know, Holocaust educators or something like that. Because in like some states, and New Jersey is one of them, they have, I guess, mandatory Holocaust education. And by the time the conversation was over, Dr. Wiener said that he would add my video, my website, to his list of authorized locations to go to find information, to share information, that information with the students of New Jersey. So that was a very, very, that was a big, big pat on the back for the work that I did that took me 10 years. I'm Hello Rodney. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye. That's a bike frame of a professional cyclist, Tomasini. The guy is from, was owned, once used by John Fry, who is the American time trial champion, not only in the singles, but he just recently became the holder of that that record in the tandem as well. So, I'm Hello Rodney. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.